have a slightly different kind of haul video for you, and I am just so excited about this one. I have been looking forward to filming it. It has been a couple of months actually since I got this order, but I've just been waiting for a few things, and now is the time. Me and Mike obviously moved into our new house in January, and we're slowly kind of getting things together and getting a few bits and bobs and making it our own. And one of the things which I really wanted, and I know this is really silly, is I wanted a new house sign outside, and I was being really picky. I was scrolling through Etsy honestly for hours. There was one day where I was like, oh, look for one. It's probably about 10 o'clock. I thought I'll start looking for one, and I honestly did not find one I wanted until about 3 o'clock. I remember being like, wow, I've genuinely spent a day just looking at signs, and it's slightly pointless because we already had our number above our house. We are number 78. We already had the number 78, and I wanted like a nice sign, like, you know, a nice fancy one, and people on our street have really nice ones, and I was like, oh, I just like a good house sign. And I was being really picky. I knew I wanted a slate one, and then I came across this Etsy store called Slatework Signs. So obviously straight away I knew I was going to be able to get my slate sign, and the thing that really drew me to their store was just the variety. Like, you could get any shape, any size, any design, and also the, like, something that I was really looking for was like quite deep engraving. I've seen quite a few slate signs where they're not even engraved, it's just like a sticker that's put on them, like a decal kind of thing. And I wanted it to be engraved, I wanted it to be like a deep engravement, so that it didn't just sort of like wear out or the paint wouldn't come out and things like that. And this shop honestly had exactly what I was after. So the first, I got 4 signs. I've ordered 2, and then the man who made them really kindly sent me 2 extra ones. So I have the 2 extra ones to show you, like, with me right now, because I've not put them up for the sake of this video. And the other 2 are up and functioning, and have been up and functioning for the last month or so. One of them is to do with like a private business thing, so I'm not gonna go down that route, but I'm just going to talk to you today about the one on the front of the house and the 2 ones that he gifted me. So I'm going to put up a picture next to me so you can see how beautiful this sign is. I wanted a sign that would be a little bit different, because, you know, we like things to be a little bit quirky over here. A little bit different. I still wanted our house number to be like really nice and clear, so that anyone who's delivering us goods through the post could find our house nice and easily. But the thing I like wasn't that fussed about was having the road name underneath. Although we have a pretty cool spooky road name, it turns out. I just wanted something else on there, and that thing was Clownfield Zoo. Our Wi-Fi is called the Clownfield Zoo, which I know is a bit of a strange Wi-Fi name, but that's kind of what we refer to our house as. We do live in the village of Clownfield, so that's why it's called the Clownfield Zoo. But we have converted one of our bedrooms into a reptile room, as you have seen various clips and videos of, and we also have obviously all the random creatures and critters that join us, along with the fur babies. Hey, my sleepy boy. And we've recently got some rats, which are over there above the snake. So it is a little bit of like a zoo situation going on in our house. There is not, oh no, well, there's not a room, I guess, other than the bathroom, that doesn't have an animal inhabiting it in some way. So we wanted one that said the Clownfield Zoo. We kind of wanted it so it wasn't too big, so it was a bit of like our own little personal joke thing, but without like confusing the whole village. That's what we went for, which is really exciting. I really liked the fern design. It is a like standard design that he does with the kind of fern going up the side, the number, and then the writing underneath. This particular sign was called the Fern Design Deep Engraved Natural Slate House Name Number, and it's 30 centimetres by 20 centimetres, and it did cost £55, which I would say was probably around the average price that I was looking at for a really good quality house sign. I did see some like acrylic ones which were more in the realms of like £12–15, but I was like really set on having a slate one. So there were loads of things that you could choose, obviously the number and the name, but you could also choose the colour of the writing. So I really liked the white. I felt like the white went really nicely with the green and the yellow on the fern, but you could also have it in silver or gold. Obviously black wouldn't show up very well, but if there is a different colour you're after, I would definitely send a message to Ian, who is the man who creates these signs, and see what he can do. He seems really open to like customization, and if you have any other ideas, if you like want the fern on the other side, and although I don't have it like physically here to show you, it's up on my wall above the garage. The quality of it was just so mind-blowing. There were so like many beautiful colours within the fern itself, and it just really stands out. Everyone who sees it when they come round our house is like, wow, that is a nice house sign, and that was what I was going for.
Thank you very much. I love that plaque up there, man. I need to get one to my house like that.
Yeah, she's got it off of Etsy.
Yeah.
The quality's brilliant.
That is proper nice as well. I love.
As I said, the other one I ordered was more of a business sign, so I'm gonna pass on that one. But I want to show you these two other ones. These two were surprises. You should have seen my face. I was waiting to go out, and I'd had an email to say that the courier was on his way, and I was like, right, what am I gonna do? I'm meant to go out, but this package with my house sign is coming. And it was one of those things where I was so excited. From the moment I knew it shipped, I was like so excited. And this massive cardboard box came. Luckily, I was just walking out the door and it arrived, so I thought, right, back in I go. And it was a really big box. I was like, is this even my house sign? Because I was thinking of like two little, well, not little, but two house signs. They wouldn't take up loads of space. I was thinking of a smaller box, and this box was massive, and it was really heavy as well. And I was like, is this even what I thought it was? Because we'd ordered various other things for the house too. And you can probably imagine my absolute shock when I unpackaged this. Honestly, I nearly dropped it from excitement. I'm very glad I didn't. And then I just like just bounced around the room. I called Mike, I showed him, I like called my mum, I showed my mum. I was like so absolutely chuffed with it. And then I kind of went through the whole process again, because there was also another one. So I could not believe it when this arrived. This wasn't a piece which you could obviously buy on his shop, but he is so open to like customized pieces that if you look at his shop and you're thinking like, I want a spooky house sign but there's not one on here, send him a message, because he can obviously do it. And I couldn't believe it. Words. I was so excited. This is gonna go above the door in my filming room. I was gonna put it outside, but I didn't want like everyone to start Googling me on the street. So I thought I'd put it above my filming room, like in the studio, so that I can have all my spooky things together. Oh, it's beautiful. It's exactly the same like quality and standard and finish as the one which is up on the wall outside, which is why I figured I could put that one up and then I can just show you this one in person. So as you can see, it's like a really hefty piece of slate. The back is like a plain slate, and it has these pre-drilled holes either side so that you can put it up on the wall or wherever you're planning to put it. But they are really, really good weight, and I had no input in this design. I can't take any credit for it because this was a pure surprise, and I think that was one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video, because never really before have I come across a company that has gone so like beyond what they needed to do. absolutely blown away by the quality of the house sign and the other sign which I bought. I even spelt something wrong in the other sign, which he very happily remade the sign for me because I spelt it wrong. Like, that is like pure highest level of service that you could ever imagine. And then for this too, as like a complimentary gift, honestly was insane. It was absolutely insane. But this is my new Haunted Bat sign and I love it. So let me bring you in a bit because I want to show you some of the details that we're working with here. It is like an fully engraved, I believe he calls them deep engraved signs. So this is like fully engraved. As you can see, it's not like anything that's been stuck on there, and the deepness of the engraving I'm sure this is a great measuring technique, is like a good like half a centimeter. Like it goes like in, like I'm gonna show you with my nail, like it goes in. You're just gonna have to believe me because that is not great measuring equipment, but it is so deeply and like nicely engraved. Like you can hear that. It's so nicely engraved that there's no way that this would ever rub off or like wear away. And then he's even like painted in the letters, and it like is so nicely and neatly done. I'm not sure if he uses a machine or a spray or like how he does it, because honestly the finish is absolutely insane. Like just look at this letterwork. There is not like a single part of it that's out of place or gone over. There's even like little swirls which are like perfectly formed. And I love the spooky font. It's very Tim Burton-esque slash also very like reminds me of the Addams Family Values VHS like cover too. Like just look at that. It is beautiful. And then at the top there are these two bats, and this exact bat, it's like a very common bat to find. It's the same bat as on my leg tattoo because I googled bat outline and it came up with this bat outline. So I have this bat like actually as a tattoo and on some pieces of jewelry as well. So I actually love this. I know that he wouldn't have known that when he did it, but and then here is the first pumpkin, and I hope you can see in that pumpkin the different shades. Like he's not just sprayed orange, there are yellow and oranges and reds in there, and it is just gorgeous. I said sprayed, I don't know if he sprays the paint or if he paints it in with a brush, but like look at that, it is gorgeous. And then there's a grumpy pumpkin on this side, and you can really see those autumnal colours. Like this colour scheme is the colour we're going for the wedding, like orange and blue. This is it. This is the, and a bit of red. It's the colour scheme. I think it's insane, and hopefully you can see that engraving with the pumpkins. I feel like they show up really nicely. You can see that level. Slatework Signs really make sure that they finish off their pieces really nicely. Like you can tell that the paint is a really high quality. I do wonder if it's perhaps like an enamel paint, because there is like a little kind of shine to it, and like definitely like you can scratch at it, and the other one's been outside and weathers now, and the paint has not shifted or moved or discolored in any way. It has just stayed pristine. This has been like moved carefully from every side in our house because I wanted to like have my other one up and running and ready and able to give you like a really good honest review of it. And so this has been all over the place, and it's still in absolute pristine condition, and I just love it. I think it's so awesome, and I feel like you could very reasonably ask for a very similar design if you had a name you wanted doing, or a company name, or even house name. You could like just have the writing there and a number. So bear this in mind when you're looking at his store, that you can go further than what is listed on Etsy or his website. You just go for it, go custom, go spooky, or whichever, any other theme that you're feeling. Go Christmassy if you'd like to. So I will come back to the fixing part, like fixing it up part in a moment, but I want to show you the other one, which I am planning to put this one outside my house. We have like a little bit that comes like in, it comes in away from the drive slightly, and there is like a light, and I feel like this would look awesome under the light. I've just got to convince Mike to put it up at the front of the house because we already have quite a few pumpkin-y things. So this is the other one. It's exactly like the same quality, it's just slightly smaller, and it is just beautiful. It's another Halloween piece, of course, and this one, the engraving of the writing is still like really deep. I'd say the same amount, even though like the writing is a lot smaller compared to any of the other signs which I've got. It's still like finished the same quality and detail, and this is definitely very, I think this even could be the Tim Burton font, and it's a little quote from Mr. Burton himself saying, "Every day is Halloween, isn't it?" for some of us, which is very true. It is Halloween season now, which you could be thinking that's why I have loads of Halloween things behind me, but in fact every day is Halloween in our household. This is a fully Halloween decorated room, and if you've been here a while, you know that I am absolutely the biggest Halloween fanatic there is out there. I would class myself as a fully pledged Halloween enthusiast, and I cannot wait to have this on the front of my house. It has two bats. They're the same bats as this sign. I think they're slightly bigger by the look of it, but they're still filled with that like gorgeous silvery metallic paint. And then in the middle is Jack Skeleton, and I've had this conversation with so many people at this point, but I feel like definitely like The Nightmare Before Christmas, along with like The Corpse Bride, the Tim Burton movies were definitely like a gateway drug to being obsessed with Halloween, and they always like hold a very special place in our hearts. So here is the other one, which is just gorgeous, and as you can see, it has the two holes either side. Let me bring you in, let me show you this detail up close so you can see how like beautifully finished it all is. It's just amazing. You can see all of that gorgeous detail, and the finish of it is just second to none. The thing I found about Slatework Signs is that they have that ability to produce other items, not just your standard sign, your standard house sign. And I think that's what really drew me to them in the first place. I loved the like fern design for the front of the house. I felt like it was really appropriate, but the fact that they can offer other things like this, which most places kind of have their set, like you can choose from 4 fonts and there are 4 animal pictures you can choose from, and that's it, or you can choose between white or grey. There's like just no like real option to personalize it. Like these are as personal as you can probably get, and I am just so grateful. I can't really put into words. I was absolutely speechless when I opened them, how grateful I am to Ian for making these for me, and I can't give this company enough love, and I can't tell you enough. If you need a sign for absolutely anything, even if you just want a cute gift one, or something to go on your door or above your bed, or just something personal, there's always just something special about it being personal, and personalized for you specifically. Just look down below at the link, because I promise you you won't be disappointed. They're fantastic moving in gifts, and I like think they're fantastic moving in gifts or occasion gifts. I feel like it would be really cool when we get married to get one made up of like obviously our new Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Surname, and I think they're so cool, and they're just incredibly reasonably priced as well for the workmanship that goes into them. So now I just wanted to talk a little bit about putting them up. They came with full instructions and this leaflet, and I'm so beating myself up because I had this leaflet on the side and it's moved around absolutely everywhere in the house, and I come to the day where I'm here ready to film it and I can't find this leaflet anywhere, but I have read it enough times to be able to tell you that it gives you every instruction that you need in order to put this up safely and properly. It goes through like the whole process, especially because these are slate. You don't want to be like screwing them too tightly onto the wall in case they were to break in any way, because they are, you know, they are still gonna break if you drop them or if you put too much pressure on them in a certain place. So he makes it like pretty much foolproof, and it does come with all of the things that you need in order to put them up. Now Mike is going to crucify me because I can't open this bag with my nails, so I'm just going to make a little hole in it. But they come with, and let me just get some out so I can show you, better not lose any, because these are going up. Now that I've done my video, these can go up. But they come with your wall plugs, which just, you screw your hole, obviously follow his instructions, not mine, but you screw the hole, put the wall plug in, and they're like perfect size. And then you have these screws which obviously fit in the wall plugs fine, and they are like custom, you know, these holes in the sign are made to like fit the screws, so you don't have to worry about trying to find screws that fit. But the thing I really liked, and what makes it look really professional, is they have these black like popper clips. So let me get this right. So when you put it in, you have it sort of open like this, but when you've like finished screwing it, and I'm not going to do it properly just in case it like sticks and I then can't use it, it pops. You pop that up and you clip it in, and it gives it this like really professional look, so that on the outside of your sign, instead of just having like bare screw ends, it has this really like nice like black popper finish, if that makes sense. And you can't see any screws, and if they like rust or anything with time, or you know, weather at all, it's going to be like hidden by these nice like little black covers. And it's like the little details like that just make this company like just stand out from the rest. They are going that one step further to ensure that even the installation of these is done well, and you can tell from these like little bits, and even the customer service, and the fact I was guided through the whole process of him making the signs, even though I only knew he was making 2, I didn't know about these ones. You can tell that that really kind of translates for the pride that he has in his business, in his workmanship, and like these are handmade. They are made by a person. They're not just churned out, you know, 100 of them in China or something. They are made in England by a real person who is doing this for them, for their job, and they have so much pride, and it shines through. The pride in their work shines through, and there should be that pride, because this company are exceptional. There are so many Etsy companies which I absolutely love, but I have to say Slatework Signs have definitely risen to the top of my list in terms of just going like far and beyond. It's not just, you can tell it's not just a big like money making scheme. Ian is making these because he enjoys making them, and he wants to give you a product which you're gonna love. And I absolutely love these signs. I love my house sign. We love the other sign that we ordered as well, and I am just absolutely ecstatic. And even if you're not planning on buying one now, I beg you to please go down to the link below and just favourite Ian's shop, just so that you can find it another day, and hopefully you'll be given any updates of different things he makes, because he does make gate signs and memorial signs and things like that. But I will leave you to browse his amazing hordes of items, and hopefully you'll find something there that you like, and you'll be able to support this Etsy business. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please do leave it down below. If it's anywhere you are, I hope you join the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye.